Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a delicious Toscana soup. If you don't know what a Toscana soup is, it's basically a sausage, potato, kale, and all that deliciousness in a soup. If you've ever had it at Olive Garden, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's actually super easy to make. Every time I would go to Olive Garden, I would always get this soup. And now that I know how to make it, I just make it at home, have some leftovers for tomorrow, and Kevin absolutely loves it. I will go over the ingredients you guys are gonna need, and I will, of course, list everything down below for you guys. Let's get started. All right, guys, so for this recipe, we're gonna need russet potatoes. I feel that russet potatoes just taste so much better in the soup. We're gonna need about 5 of them. I've already washed and cleaned them. They're already ready to be chopped. We're gonna need some turkey bacon. You can use regular bacon if you like. I prefer turkey because it's a lot leaner, less greasy. You're also going to need a large onion. I just got this that's pre-chopped already because your girl cries when she chops an onion, and I ain't about to cry right now. And you're also gonna need 5 to 8 cloves of garlic. I also got these peeled garlics already, that way I didn't have to peel them. This is just so much more convenient. And you're gonna need 6 to 8 cups of chicken broth. I usually get 2 of these, and that's pretty much enough. I get the 33% less sodium, that way it's not so salty. And if you do like it salty, you can always add a little bit more salt yourself. And we're gonna need also 1 to 2 cups of heavy cream. I find that one of these boxes is enough for us. And last but not least, we're gonna need some kale. You can always get fresh kale and you can chop it up yourself. I just grabbed a bag of kale because it was just a lot easier. It's already pre-washed. That's all you pretty much need. For the potatoes, we want them to be cut in half moons. So I like to chop them this way, round. And you can chop them as thin or as thick as you'd like. I like them more on the medium side, not too thin, not too thick, and I don't like adding the ends. But basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna chop them into medium half moons, like so. And this is just gonna make it easier to cook down, easier to eat, as well as on the soup. So just make sure you make them half moons. You can even make them a little bit smaller if you'd like, depending on how much of it you're gonna make. Sometimes I do find that it is a little bit bigger, so I like to just chop it up a little bit more, but it should be about this size. So we're gonna go ahead and do this for all the rest of our potatoes, and then we'll be right back. For the next step, we're gonna make sure we add the chicken broth. We have to make sure we start cooking the potatoes because the potatoes are what's gonna take the longest. So we wanna make sure that all the potatoes are fully immersed in the chicken broth. We need to make sure they cook completely. So while I get everything else ready, I always like to make sure that I cook the potatoes first because it does take the longest. We're gonna go ahead and put the potatoes on medium to high heat for about 20 minutes or until they're a little bit on the softer side. Depending on how many potatoes you're doing, that's how you're gonna basically time them. For me, I'm gonna put about 20 minutes and I'm gonna keep checking on them just to make sure they are ready. So meanwhile, I need to go prep all the other ingredients that we need while this is cooking. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna finely chop our 5 to 8 garlic cloves, or depending on your liking on garlic. We're gonna finely chop it, and then we're gonna also get our onion together. Luckily, I don't have to chop the onion because mine's already pre-chopped, so I don't have to worry about that. But go ahead and get your onion and your garlic finely chopped so you can get it ready. fully cook the meat. We have to make sure it's brown and fully cooked, because we want it to be fully cooked when we put it in our soup. We don't have to worry about cooking it anymore. At this point, you want to go ahead and check on your potatoes, making sure that they're cooking, they're not overcooking. Make sure you can turn down the heat to about a medium or low heat while the rest of your ingredients are cooking and your meat is cooking right now. I also forgot to mention that I don't add oil to the pan because the sausage is already pretty greasy. Now that it's done cooking, I'm gonna transfer it over to a plate with a paper towel just to drain off all this excess oil that you're not gonna need for your soup. After we do this, we're just gonna put them to the side so we can start cooking our bacon. Okay, so now we're gonna chop our bacon into very, very small square pieces, and I will leave my recipe down below to let you know about how many pieces of bacon I use. But honestly, this is just preference. If you like a lot of bacon, then you can add more than my serving suggestion. If not, you can add about 5 or 6 pieces. So make sure they are small pieces, and we're gonna get ready to grill these on the same pan that we were using for the sausage. At this point, we're gonna add the onion and the garlic to the bacon. Grill that for a little bit just to give it more flavor. And then once your onion is translucent is when we are gonna turn off the heat. Alright guys, so I was able to drain some of the grease. The potatoes seem to be done already, so we're gonna go ahead and add the sausage in the pan. We're also gonna go ahead and add the bacon and the onion and the garlic. Go ahead and give it a stir. And at this point, everything is pretty much cooked. So all we gotta do now is add the whipping cream and the kale. Go ahead and add the whipping cream little by little and stir. Remember, if you use the spicy sausage, this is the color that you're gonna get for your soup. If you use the regular one, you're not gonna get this reddish tint. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the kale. You can finely chop it or you can just break it up. It actually just adds a lot of flavor. So I like to add about that much. And at this point, guys, you just want to let the kale cook for a couple of minutes. Not even that, because it cooks as soon as you put it in there. But I'm going to let it cook for a minute or two, and then I'm going to turn off the heat. Okay, right when it's done, I like to add a little bit of pepper. This is optional. But the soup is done. We're going to turn off the heat. And we are going to serve. Also, I forgot to mention that if you plan on having leftovers, you don't have to add the heavy cream. Just add the heavy cream to the amount that you will be eating for that day. Otherwise, you're going to be reheating the heavy cream in there. And we like to make it pretty hearty. Kevin likes a lot of potatoes, a lot of sausage. He likes for it to be more than just a soup because we use it as a meal. So this is exactly what it's going to look like. And it's ready to be served. Okay guys, so the soup is ready. I hope you guys try this recipe. If you do, please let me know. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. But this is what the soup looks like. It's super, super tasty, and it's really, really filling. I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.